Hey, this is Briana for Unsigned and Unleashed, and I'm here with Sam from Diamond Youth. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Awesome. How's the tour been going so far with What's Eating Gilbert and The Here and Now?
So far it's been great. It's been like all over the place because we started like in Kentucky and like we played like Philly and Richmond, but then like Pittsburgh and somewhere else, kind of like a little off the beaten path a little bit, so it's been cool.
Okay,
yeah,
sweet. So I know you guys are based in different areas, and a lot of people say that being in a band is like being in a relationship. So I guess if you believe in that, then you guys would be in a long distance relationship. So how do you guys communicate when you're not on tour, and how does that affect the dynamic of the band?
it's hard to say because like that was like always our dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we started, it was just Justin lived in Chicago and I lived in Baltimore, and like it was kind of spread out to begin with, so I don't really know what it would have been like any other way. And at this point, it's just so much that way that I don't think that it could change. Like, even if we lived close, we wouldn't even like practice or write together.
All right.
Yeah, so it's just, we just write one-on-one.
Awesome. And does that like make it easier for you guys to like get along in any way, or?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we're all like pretty good friends. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, there's not like a lot of, you know, we don't get very like, we don't argue or anything like that.
That's sweet.
It's pretty peaceful, yeah. Everything's fine.
Awesome. Because I'm friends with a lot of bands, and sometimes they say like, you know, it's a lot more difficult than it seems to like get along with each other when you're always together all the time.
Well, the thing is, like, I've been definitely like in bands like that, and I feel like it is hard to actually find people that like beyond like their musicianship, like just being able to like function in a group every day is kind of crazy. Like you need to be like, the people that are in this band are like good at being in the bands, you know what I mean? That's like a quality that like, you know, after a point you like learn to seek out, because at first you're like, oh, he's awesome at drums, and then like, wait, he fucking like jerks off with the door open, like or we're sleeping, like weird stuff like that, or like he fucking like, you know, talks to his girlfriend on the phone every day, and like he's crying, like arguing in the van, and it's like things surface
definitely
when you're with somebody every day that you wouldn't know about, you know, before. So there's that.
All right, sweet. Okay, so you guys released Orange with Top Shelf, who have like recently become such a big label in the scene, and they've gotten a lot of credibility. So what's it been like working with them?
They're awesome. It's just two dudes, I guess. Well, I guess they just had another dude join, but they're really cool. They were always just like super open to our ideas, which are a lot. Yeah. We have a lot of those, and we're kind of like picky about what we want to do, and they're just like all about it. And I honestly don't really know like what else you can want from like a label. Like we just had like a great time with them, and I think we're gonna keep doing stuff with them. So
great.
Yeah.
So when did they approach you about wanting to do something with you guys, or how did that work out?
I honestly don't remember how. It was kind of like a slow process where
it's organic.
Yeah, like I mean, it was like one of those things where I didn't really know much about them, and someone like mentioned, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I don't really. But just like, you know, like everyone would be like, Top Shelf's awesome. Like you guys should do it. And just getting to know them, it's all true.
Alright, sweet. So I really like Orange. It's very like cohesive, and I feel like each song definitely like holds its own weight. So now that it's been out for a little bit, what are you most proud about it?
On Orange?
Yeah.
I feel really good about just like the overall just kind of like presentation of it, not just like the way it looks, but just like, I guess we thought a lot about just like how we wanted to like feel in terms of just like the songs and like the way it looked and we held it, and just kind of like the whole thing, like you said, being kind of cohesive. So I guess I'm proud of that aspect of it. I mean, like I'm happy with all the songs and everything, but I think just kind of like we definitely put, you know, some extra effort into just making sure that everything felt right together, instead of just like, oh, here's some songs, here's the artwork. Yeah. There you go, like sell that shit, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
put a little thought of it.
Probably maybe too much, I don't know.
No, it's perfect, it really is. So let's talk about the artwork for a little bit, because it's like one of my favorite pieces of artwork, because it's just so like, it's orange.
It is orange.
It is orange, and it definitely just has this feel to it. So did you guys put a lot of like thought and input into that?
honestly, it was such like a gradual thing because originally it was just a song title, and that was just kind of like one of our initial ideas for the record title, and then there's seriously just like a million versions of like what it could be.
Yeah.
And I guess the idea developed into that. And I don't know. I guess I remember sitting in my room. It was like me, Justin, and actually Alan, who's singing here now. We were just talking about it, and we kind of like all just like had that idea for like that cover thing. And I was just like, oh fuck, man! Like we're gonna have to make that now, like because I knew that was the best idea. And that's what we had to do. And then I was just like so bummed because it was gonna be so hard. And it was really hard. It took as long as I thought it would, but
man. Well, it came out great, so at least there's that.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy. Like I definitely like obsessed over it. Like it took a long time. So like even like after we took it, because everything in it is definitely like painted orange, and like the square is actually painted orange. And, yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so I noticed that Hayley Williams from Paramore has just like given you guys a lot of support. So what's it been like to see that?
It's awesome. I mean, we love Paramore, and she's great. So that's just awesome for us. I mean, like, I definitely love Paramore before, like, you know, she said anything about us. So I think it's very cool. They just came out with a new record. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's sweet.
Sweet. Okay, so you guys are heading out with Cheap Girls and Make Do and Men. Are you familiar with those bands at all?
Yeah. Less so Cheap Girls. I've heard great things. We all know Make Do and Men. We've played with them before, and we have a lot of like mutual friends and stuff, so yeah.
Sweet.
I think that'll be a fun tour. We just met Cheap Girls tour manager the other day, and he was great, so if that's no limit, I think it's good.
Okay, sweet. Alright, so here's the last question. As a person who's toured a lot, and as a person who's seemingly been to a lot of places, what are your favorite places to go?
Just in the world?
In the world.
In the world. California. Australia, Japan, New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah.
I think that's about it.
Awesome. I really want to go to New Zealand.
There's a lot of trees.
Greenery.
But check this out. There's like there's nothing that can harm you in the trees. Like, you know how like there's like jungles everywhere else, where there's like snakes and like tigers and shit. Like it's just like endless trees with just like nothing but like there's just no animals in there.
Yeah.
The hygiene isn't great there. People are a little less attentive to that. Yeah. So that could be a problem if you're someone like me who is like hypersensitive to that. But yeah, I think it's expensive to go there, but it's definitely sweet. It's worth it, yeah.
Alright, so now you know to go to New Zealand, y'all. Alright, so thank you so much for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the steps.
The stoop.
The stoop.
Stoop.